about what I'm going to
I thought you already... You didn't think about this?
And we are live on YouTube right now. I'm Jarecki, Kyle, Gwynn, Mr. Chai, and Mr. Ward doing some picks. And right now we're going to turn it to Chai. He went 8-0 last week, and so he wants to go on a 30-second rant right now. Go ahead.
8-0. An unprecedented number in the history of BCHS Game Day, y'all. 8-0. You got to know that Mr. Chai knows what's up when it comes to sports, knows about it when it comes to history, government, all things pertaining to being successful in life. Mr. Chai has got the word. 8-0 is perfection. We got to model Jesus Christ in everything we do. Gospel of Jesus Christ is life. Knowing Christ is everything. So listen up. If you guys are listening on YouTube, I want to say this. Jesus Christ is the answer to everything that you're facing today. We love you.
Pretty good rant right there.
It's less ranty than I thought.
Yeah, I thought you were going to brag more than that. But let's go ahead and get right to our picks.
Audience of 12. There's 12 people right there. Mr. Jarecki, 8-0, baby.
I'm still not going to forgive you for going 4-4.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with our picks right now. So first game we got, number 18 Iowa travels to Happy Valley to play number 17 Penn State. Kyle?
Iowa is not a good team. They have never been a good team, and that's why I'm taking Penn State. No other argument. They're not playing at night at Kinnick, so they're not winning this game against a ranked opponent. So Nittany Lions going to take this one.
I'm with you, Kyle. I know that I'm not a big Penn State fan of any kind, but you know what? Penn State is going to take it to Iowa. This one, it's going to look good on Penn State's resume. That's what they're looking for. They're going to have a signature win.
Yeah, I agree with all of you guys. I think Penn State's going to come out and win this one. I think, obviously, just a better running game, more balance. They're going to come out and they're going to win this thing. No questions down. I take Penn State.
Penn State has the best football environment in football. Miles Sanders went off against Michigan State a couple weeks ago, and Michigan State has the number one rush defense. Iowa can't stop McSorley and Saunders, as well as Juwan Johnson and KJ Hamler on the outside. So Penn State's going to win this one. So the next game we go to now is number 14 Washington State, coming off that big win against Oregon, travels to the Farm to play Stanford, who's number 24. Kyle?
I feel like this is a typical trap game for Washington State coming off the big victory over Oregon, and especially since it's at home, or it's away at Stanford against a really good team. So I see the Cougars taking their second loss and the Stanford getting their season kind of back on track and having a chance at the Pac-12 championship.
I don't feel good about this pick all of a sudden because I'm agreeing with Kyle Gwynn again, and we all know what happens when Kyle Gwynn makes picks.
He gets them right.
Go 8-0.
Still have a better record than you.
But I will say that Kyle is right. Stanford is finally finding their passing game too. Ever since Bryce Love got injured, it's like they relied on that so much. They didn't even know the talent they had in their receiving core, and Stanford is going to beat Washington State at their own game. They're going to air it out and win this game.
What about the Jaguars?
I think I've got to agree with them as well. I mean, I think Stanford's going to take this game. I really don't know what else to say on this one. I just think when you're looking over at all the games played and who each other's played, I just think at the end of the day, it's going to be a Stanford victory.
I'm going to disagree with all you guys. I'm picking Wazoo. I love the air raid. I love spreading it out wide. Mike Leach is going to come up with some great packages to perform, and they're going to continue on their season. Gardner Minshew, heck of a quarterback. He's very underrated, and I don't think Costello and the Cardinal can keep up. Next game we got, number 9, Florida takes on number 7, Georgia, and that's a neutral site game in Jacksonville. That's actually where real games is going to be. Kyle?
This is for sure the hardest game to predict for me so far, because since Florida's lost to Kentucky, they've been playing very well so far. You know, Georgia's had a loss, but I still feel like Georgia's going to come away with this game. I just think they're a little better at this point, despite how well Florida's been playing, so I got the Bulldogs.
It's almost like Kyle Gwynn is looking at 8-0 notes right here, because when you go 8-0, people want to copy your papers. It's like I'm the A student in class and Kyle is not. But the most important thing to remember here is that this game has the coolest name of any rivalry ever, the world's largest cocktail party.
It's pretty good.
That's not, you don't think that's the best name of a rivalry game?
Eh?
The world's largest cocktail party? I mean, that is a phenomenal name. I'm going to have to go with the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia, they're in for a good win, and I just don't think that I know it's a neutral site. I just don't think that Florida has the firepower to keep up with Georgia.
Well, I'm going to disagree there. I think this is just going to be a classic 9 beating the number 17. I think
that's not a classic. What are you talking about? It's not a classic. There's never been a situation where that's...
You need to look in the history books. You need to just look at all throughout history.
Give us one.
Name one.
Classic 9. I don't have time, so I just...
Yeah, there it is.
Because ultimately what's going to happen here is they still aren't going to get their stuff together from that loss. They've had a bye, right? They didn't play, right?
Who?
Georgia.
They have not played.
Yeah, they didn't play. I really think that they're going to come out thinking they've got what it takes, but I really think Florida's going to take it to them.
When me and Kyle were on ESPN, we picked the Georgia game, and I picked Georgia. I'm going to continue that trend and pick Georgia once again. It's a good journalism school.
I'm feeling good about it.
I'm picking Georgia. Right. So now we got tonight, number 23, Utah, travels to Pasadena to play the 2-5 UCLA Bruins.
Out here. We need it. We need that environment here.
Wave. All right, bring the flag out. Because wave that thing proudly right now when you've won 2 games in a row. Wave it proudly now. Because tonight, after a beatdown, you will not be able to wave that flag proudly. I see the streak of 2 games ends here as UCLA is going up against a much better team in Utah. Utes all the way.
There is no doubt in my mind that Utah is the more physical team. You and I talked about how the average age of a Utah or BYU player is like 36 because they go on their Mormon mission and they come back as straight up like men. It's like a requirement if you're going to play football for the state of Utah, any school in there, you have to be 37 years old and have a beard. But here's what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to say. And listen here. Utah, this is the kind of game that Utah loses. Away from Rice Eccles. If this was Rice Eccles, you guys know I'd pick the Bruins almost every game. I would have picked Utah.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. No.
This is on a Friday night.
You would have picked Utah.
No.
What's important is that UCLA is playing for the Pac-12 South. All of you doubters thought that this was never going to happen with USC sucking because they suck and they're the bottom of the sucking. They shot themselves in the foot, and now it's opened the door for UCLA to take its rightful place as the kings of the Pac-12 South.
You know what? I'm so glad that you actually shared today because I think you convinced me. Because here's the thing, I was going to pick UCLA, but you know, that argument that you just made, I realized you're right, they do suck. And it's not just that they suck. I mean, every other team is stronger, faster, smarter, better. It doesn't matter what it is. And so when I heard you say it so eloquently put, they're the suckiest of the sucking South, I realized, what am I doing? I can't pick UCLA.
No, I was talking about USC. I was talking about USC. You know what? Again, let me tell you, I was talking about USC.
So I'm going with the Utes.
You can't go with the Utes in a classic situation of David versus Goliath. Utah is all about, I'm big, I'm 37 years old because I went on a Mormon mission, and I'm just being big and a beard, and now I need to oil my beard up because it's cold in Utah. No, I'm telling you, with all of that going on, UCLA is just gonna dart them, just boop, 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 just boop, boop, boop. And you know what? 1,000 needle pricks, and you did.
I just want to point out you went to USC, so I'm just clarifying that right now.
Make sure we got that recorded because I would love to play that whole rant after we deliver the scores next week.
Oh, that's going to be great.
We don't have the technology for that.
Yeah.
Tyler, I'll completely ignore that.
But I'm picking Utah once again. Utah has really showed they're the best team in the Pac-12 South.
Week, and you gentlemen are not.
I'm going to have an 8-0 week because you guys chose Stanford, and I didn't. I don't know. Either way, I'm picking Utah.
Exactly, you don't know. UCLA all the way, 8 clap. We picked up William Nemmel from Modern Day. Kids from Modern Day know winners when they smell them. Bam.
They call Utah in Utah Sac Lake City. Their defense is going to be too disruptive, and they're going to knock off the Bruins.
It's amazing how you keep talking about Goliath beating David when a reminder...
When did I ever bring that up?
David wins with a little pebble right there.
I don't think the analogy of UCLA as David works in this situation.
All right, let's just move on to NFL. First game we got, the Ravens travel to Carolina to play the Panthers. Kyle?
All right, I don't believe that Cam Newton is a great quarterback. I don't think he's very good. I think he's only good because he has the ability to run, and he's basically a tailback. And as he keeps getting older and older, he keeps getting worse and worse because he's just not a great passer. So I don't believe in him to win a game. And the Ravens' defense has been really good this year, so I'm going to go with the Ravens on the road.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer in Cam. That's all.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Jai on this one. I think that discussion about Cam is just not gonna flow with me. If anything, I think the games that the Ravens have won, I don't think they've deserved to win those games. Yes, you get the W, that's all that matters. But when it comes down to it, I'm going with Cam.
All right, let me tell you a story.
All about how.
A couple years ago, it was probably like 5 years ago, I went to a Foster Farms game, and I saw a freshman running back from Stanford named Christian McCaffrey. I saw him, and I was like, this kid's going to be good. He's still good today. He's a Panther. Panthers are going to win this one, and Joe Flacco is not elite, so that's why the Ravens will not win.
He's not elite, but I still think they're the better team. He's not elite, but I still think that the Ravens are a better team.
You want to talk about a team getting old? The Ravens are getting old, man.
Okay. Yeah, true.
Next game we got, Kyle, your Packers travel to Los Angeles to play the Rams. You want to take your input?
This is going to be embarrassing. I'm going to tell you right now.
When you have the greatest, most talented quarterback of all time on your team, you always have a chance to win. It'd be the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers.
Rich Gannon?
Aaron Rodgers, best quarterback that's ever walked this earth.
He went to Cal. Cal sucks.
You're going there, huh?
Go, Pack, go. I still think the Rams are probably going to win this game, but I got to believe in my man Rodgers. Could die because that defense of Donald and Sue really scares me. I've met Sue. He's a very massive man. Go, Pack, go, but I think the Rams are going to win this game.
I think you said it, which is that the Rams have a line. You want to talk about disruptive? That is a line that is unlike any other line in the entire league. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is able to get a single pass off cleanly, and if he does, it's going to be intercepted by that phenomenal secondary. And if it was only defense, it would be one thing, but the reason that they're 7-0 is because of Jared Goff. Jared Goff is incredible. Yes, he went to Cal, but you know what? Forget that. And Todd Gurley, go Georgia Bulldogs.
You're right. I think the Rams right now, they're just the complete package: offense, defense, special teams. But I think Goff's playing well. But I think I could play quarterback for the Rams and still win this game.
This is true. This is true. You could.
I'm saying, if I've got Gurley, I've got these other weapons, I've got that defensive line, I could come out. Now, if Thiessen played quarterback, of course that wouldn't happen. But I think I could play quarterback for the Rams, and I think I could get a win on this one.
I agree.
All right, I'm going to pick the Rams real quick. We're going to skip the last game, but finally we got our game. Let's just do some quick score predictions real quick.
Wait, I just want to give a shout out to my son. Hey, son. Yes. Nate, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Daddy says, hey, I'll be home later.
All right, let's go.
Kyle.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
69-0, the Eagles are going to win this one.
I think that we need to rest our guys 42-7. After the first half, we stop scoring, and it's still going to be 42-7. We got to rest our guys, get healthy for CIF.
I say we take it to them the whole way. I just say we just keep going, pedal the metal.
Coach Darren, don't listen to that advice. Don't listen to that advice, Coach Darren.
We need to send a message.
We don't need to send a message. We already did by going undefeated in league.
That's not the message I'm talking about. I want to make up that ESPN game.
Coach Darren, don't listen to this.
All right, I'm going to go 52-3. That's going to be my final score. So that'll do it for this game day on night. He's Kyle, Mr. Chai, Mr. Ward. Thank you all for watching.
Go Pack, go!